Okay, Ashley, go ahead and start. Online. I'd call to order the Lawrenceburg Historic Preservation Commission meeting, starting with the roll call. I'll do roll. Susan McLean,
Here.
Dale Weldon,
Here.
Dick Martin,
Here.
and myself, Mario Todd. And let's show Ashley Cook also taking minutes.
Here.
Everybody have a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Can I get a motion to accept as presented?
So move.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Staff report, will waive it unless Mr. Weldon has something.
No, sir, Your Honor.
Very good. New business. Brittany O'Brien. Moving on. Brian Messmore.
Man, 0 for 2.
And for Mr. Messmore, I think was to represent the Liberty Theater. Of course, the city owns the Liberty Theater, but per our own guidelines, we're asking just to review this. Does this board see any problems as it's presented?
And the whatever you call it, kiosk or whatever, ticket booth is here. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but that project is underway and we're stoked about it.
Yeah, very exciting.
So what is it we're actually asked to review?
Just reviews if we have any issues or problems with this. It's just kind of just a cursory look over.
I approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Your Honor, what is the what was the request from Opal House? Do we remember, or what is it? What are they asking for, Brittany O'Brien?
I believe it was for signage.
Could we review that? Just because it got moved a week,
Mhm.
I would, and it's up to you, but I wouldn't.
So
I
do you
wouldn't.
know more details about it?
Yeah.
We're looking at this and
It
is it,
really doesn't give us a placement.
Okay.
because this is where the cloak center, or
Correct.
cloak shop was, right?
Correct.
And I think that was 10, so is this like further downstairs?
I don't know if this is a column sign. I don't know if it's a elevated blade sign. And the reason, I mean, it's awful small for if it's an elevated blade sign, 18 inches.
It's very small.
So we need additional information.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
Fair enough. We'll get her back. We'll get her on the agenda for November, and there's a chance that because it's not the first week that it was an honest mistake. So
Yeah, I mean, here's the, I don't know if you've got a chance to look at it.
18 inches.
Yeah,
So it could be a typo even, or maybe not.
well, it's showing
Yeah.
awful small. And again, this could be going on one of the columns just out front there.
So it doesn't show placement.
No.
That's okay. Okay. Would there be anywhere on the front where we wouldn't want it? If there was that exact same size and exact same design, is there any place where you wouldn't want it to be?
You know, it had the existing sign, and this is just my opinion, if you were gonna place a small blade sign like that, it would almost be street level, I guess one would say, close to the window, as opposed to being up elevated where the old sign was at.
Could it be above the door, but before you get to the kind of next level, like right above the door?
I think that would be probably more standard than at the higher elevation.
Is there anywhere that we wouldn't want it to be? We wouldn't want it to be a certain elevation?
At that dimension,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
So
think
what-
it would, I don't think. it
Well, we
would-
wouldn't want it any lower, that's for sure.
Right.
I don't think,
Any lower
yeah.
than what?
Then the doorway.
Doorway.
Any lower than doorway or any higher than?
Where the existing sign was at. I don't know
Okay.
if you remember that. It was.
Yeah. Would it please the board to do a vote just for those parameters, and then that way if that's okay with them, they would put it there, and if they wanted somewhere else, they'd have to come back.
And she could submit a drawing to us, we can kind of do staff approval even.
Yeah. We could just do a general, as long as it's above the door, below the, at or below the original, and these, exactly what they've given us. And if she wants anything different, she'd have to submit again.
Okay.
Just because I know they're already in there. And
Sure.
it looks great. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been in there yet.
No, they've done a great job on the
Yeah.
exterior so far on the rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be okay if you guys wanted to
I approve.
vote.
That in the form of a motion you approve?
I approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Are you wanting to reach out, or would you like staff to reach out to her to?
Ashley, could you reach out to Mr. Bryan at Opal House? And then what was the other one we did? I can't remember anything.
The one we just did for Liberty?
Yeah, reach out to Mr. Messmore. He's just upstairs, so,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
not right now.
Well, very good. Moving on. Brooke? Come to the podium, state your name,
Brooke Huddleston.
and what would you like from the Historic Preservation?
We
Board?
are just asking for approval on the paint of 9 West High.
Everyone have a chance or have questions for Brooke?
So it's gonna be the same.
Yes, we're matching it.
Should it say 9 West?
Did I put 7?
It is 7 on the application.
But the actual is 9.
It's 9.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I just accidentally copied it and like swiped it over.
Any questions?
Looks good to me. I move we accept it as presented.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, we do have a question. We have 2 gooseneck lights that match the other side that we could put up. We just wanted your guys' opinion if we should put them up or not. They're the same
I
exact,
have no problem with it.
or an option too.
She wants 2 more
These
lights.
lights here,
And match the ones that are already there.
those lights,
Mm-hmm.
I think it look good. Very tasty.
yeah, I think they're fine.
Okay.
So can we get a motion to accept the light, adding the lights also?
I move,
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for what you've done. I mean, your existing building's wonderful, so thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Thank
So I
you.
guess contact Ashley and she'll get you the certificate for appropriateness for,
I'm gonna give you my card so you have my email. I work with John, so.
Okay. Thank you.
and to go back to Liberty, again, they really don't need a certificate. This is just a courtesy to submit to this board, correct?
Yes, sir,
Yes.
because we own it.
Okay, next would be, Delmar.
Well, can we do Mr. Schroeder? And I've
Yes.
got his stuff pulled up here,
Okay.
so first we'll see, Mr. Schroeder, if you could come to the podium, but first we'll see his certificate. And I'll scroll through that and tell me to stop if you need me to.
I gave you a little bit of detail right there,
Yes, sir.
if you guys want to come back to that later and read it now.
I'll leave it up so we can read it. Thank you. And then I will, so this looks like the mock-up, right?
Yeah, it's fairly rough. I think we just used Photoshop to do that. We plan on getting a much more professional rendering with the addition and the vestibule.
Are there just 2 colors or more than 2?
Yeah, just white and black.
And then this is existing. You sure you don't want to keep some color?
We thought about doing like a taupe color or some orangish, like kind of linking back to Italian colors you'd see, but we did some renderings like that, and none of them really stood out. That one, for what we're going for, with a little bit more upscale, we felt the exterior there matched it a little more. Another thing we wanted to do in the future was, once we got all the construction and everything done, we wanted to add some of those vines, green vines you see on like Italian buildings, or if you get an OTR, you might see those vines crawling up the building. That kind of just gives it a really cool look, I think.
Okay.
So you're actually gonna have growing vines, isn't that hard on the?
We haven't decided if they're gonna be, just fake kind of, but to look real or what.
You're probably supposed to tear them off when they grew because they were so hard on your brick.
Yeah, I mean, some buildings, like if you go to Luzanti, Italian Steakhouse and OTR, they have it, but it's like, they want it there, you know what I mean?
The, Mario, do you, or Susan and Rich, do you know, I mean, is this the original color? How long has it been this color? I guess would be part of the discussion.
Well, I think it's probably had a few transformations of color.
Yeah.
Over the years. As far as the white and the black myself, I don't think that takes away from that period at all, that structure.
Yeah.
And I think you remember this structure's been added on to. You can see the appendix there on the left there.
And nothing they're painting isn't already painted.
Correct.
So that's important, I guess. You're not painting anything that, you could always paint it back, I reckon.
Is it just the paint we're approving today, just the white and the black?
Correct.
And I'm sure you'll be back for signage and things of that nature as it comes in your rehab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna have to, well, and what I'll say is, I had the same reaction about the firehouse when they told me what color they were gonna paint it, and then now it looks awesome. So
Yeah.
I'll reserve my opinion, because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, man, that's gonna be kind of white.
Yeah, it's gonna look much better than this picture. This
Yeah.
picture was pretty rough. Like I said, I'd like,
It's hard to Photoshop a blank canvas.
Right.
Yeah.
The white
No.
just-
yeah, it's not gonna be overly bright or anything. We're gonna make sure it's right. I think everyone will be very happy with the outcome.
Well, we trust you guys, and we appreciate everything you've done. Every project you've done so far has been terrific, so as long as there's no problems with the historic character or integrity,
Right.
that would be, so I don't see any concerns from my end.
And I don't know, can you state your name? I don't think we got it for the record.
Anthony Schroeder.
What is it?
Schroeder. SCHRODER.
Okay, thank you.
So do we need a motion?
Yes, yes. And we may note that, we, under legal's suggestion, we went ahead and off the agenda, accepted his project.
I move that we accept as presented,
Second.
color one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Okay, thanks, everyone. I will, since I'm on the agenda, I will leave the building,
Well,
and,
we'll go ahead and have you explain the project before you leave.
yeah, I mean, I didn't have any mock-ups.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. See y'all.
Did you get her contact?
Oh,
Anthony?
Yeah.
You may want to grab her card to get her contact for your certificate.
You weren't talking, were you talking to me or Brooke when you were?
I gave her one too.
Okay, so the both of us.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So my request is to paint the door black, to paint the window trim, either black or white, the
And you're talking
trim
about the
itself.
levels or the actual?
So these would be white, where it's above and below the window would be
Okay.
white, and around the window would be white. The actual window itself could either be black or white. The door would be black, and then I would.
Black, and where the white is here,
Yeah, because it's not really. So this would all, basically everything would be white surrounding the window and
Okay.
above and below the window. And then the door would be black, around the door would be black or white. I'd like to do shutters, I don't think they'll fit with these two guys.
And you're gonna paint your mailbox,
I'm
you
gonna paint
said?
my mailbox
What
and
color?
black
Okay.
to match the door.
And you said flower boxes?
Flower boxes, actually just like the ones at the last building, past, Funny Farm. I really like their, flower boxes, because they're very simple, but they have a little bit of decoration in them, so it'd be simple flower boxes below the windows. So just it's pretty bare bones in that facade to just give it some pop. And all the other row houses down the line, they all have white above and below the windows.
So it wouldn't be anything up here to soften trim at all?
No, we wouldn't touch that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys for considering it, and I'll take off.
All right.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
And you'll be back for the next meeting, correct?
I'll be back at 6 o'clock. I'll see you then.
What's the board's opinion?
I move it. I think we should accept it as presented.
Okay. As
Black,
he-
black
as he
seems
de-
to be the color.
Let's put it this way, we'll accept it as he described it.
There
Right.
you go.
And that'll have to just go off of the
Yes.
minutes, so,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. We will pass.
There's a trend here toward black and white.
Not seeing any old business. Ashley, do you know of anything in our old business that's we have missed or haven't discussed?
No.
Very good. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
I asked Tony at one point about access to the